12. That's where these sides find themselves here in their final match of the regular season. 2 weeks' time, we'll be in South Africa, who will host us gloriously with the Blitzbox. Branko de Prep says he's going to lay out the red carpet for us from September 9th to the 11th. South Africa kicking off from left to right against Japan in the 13th place game. De Prep in his 82nd event comes here to Taishi Yoshizawa as the World in Union plays in background. And Yoshiyuki Koga, good carry from him. Timo Fitosofia has been one of their best Japanese players. He reels it in the field of play. Now to the left come the Japanese attackers, coached by Koichi Umeda, former international himself for his country. To the left they go. Ryota Kano and a jump step from Yoshizawa. It's a spin tackle from JC Pretorius. Early possession for Japan, and the big frame of Timo Fitosofia. He gets driven backwards. Scored against 4 different opponents this weekend. Certainly one to watch as they sneak down the short side. Fukushi gets a bump on Williams.
Last foot, last foot.
Japan come across here looking for a short line. There's a short line. Fitosofia has been pinched and turned over by the blitz box. Oosthuizen now, Ryan Oosthuizen looking for a crack himself, gets a lovely switch to Schulten van Beek. Van Beek is free. And the blitz box will open the scoring in this clash. It's a lovely late switch from Oosthuizen, and it sees Van Beek in.
Yeah, Van Beek, the recipient of some great defense by South Africa. Japan looked to test them down the short side a couple of times. But these men, they have great contact skills. Great late switch, Van Beek. Understanding that he's just got one to beat. Good fend, good little kick step. And they can cruise in for the first 5-pointer of this game. Yeah, you can see Oosthuizen just reading that his defenders come with him. Van Beek is in a great position. Straightens out, beats his defender. And can jog in for the first 5 points this match. Great start for South Africa. Started with a great defensive set and finished off with a nice transition attack.
Branko de Prep raises the flags. It's 7-0 South Africa. Schulten van Beek. And that's Ryan Oosthuizen, final year LLB law student at the University of South Africa. He's 2-time series champion, he is. Branko de Prep with huge restart. Murphy hits it, but Japan have it. Soken, and they throw the intercept ball, but Lopez says offsides. Or not 10, in fact, was the kick. Japan go to the halfway line. They tap quickly. Oh, it's a loose ball again. They must be careful here. So Oosthuizen flies in. He may have knocked it on.
2 knocks.
You can see the pressure that South Africa want to apply to the Japanese. Unfortunate with just a little knock on there. They had the pressure. They were going to scoop up the ball. It's time for Japan to take a breath here, compose themselves, get into their attacking framework. See how they can test this South African defense.
Neil Powell could look there at the South African head coach, been at the program for 10 years. He's last time in charge before the World Cup, appointed in 2013. Won the series in 2009 as a player.
Bind to the hooker.
Coach South Africa to win the games as well, and a Commonwealth gold medal.
Bind.
Ryota Kano, silver medalist at the Asian Games in 2018, has a bit of pressure here.
Fading back.
He'll get a quick tap for Japan. Down by 7. He has a crack himself. Fires a lovely ball off the left hand. Space here to go for Yoshizawa. Yoshizawa, excellent ball to Fukushi on the outside. A lot of support runners here for Japan as they look to reset things. Thought about a kick and then a step back in the field of play. Fukushi does come this way to Koga. He puts the kick in and chases. Murphy's there and Oosthuizen. Murphy knocks it back. Oosthuizen with his knee. And he's tackled on the ground. South Africa at their own goal line. Stab over the top from Van Beek to Sheikh Sois-Wapi. He's there. Beats one. Sois-Wapi. Big tackle coming in from Fitosofia. JC Pretorius there. Has more green jerseys.
Advantage, offside.
Offside play. Another kick down this side. Back and forth. There's kicking practice as Oosthuizen sets off on a run. Big Ryan Oosthuizen cut short, but Murphy's there. the ever-present James Murphy has the second score for South Africa.
Two beautifully weighted kicks by South Africa. First inside their 22 to Sheikh Soizwapi, who picked it up, just couldn't break that last side of defense. And then the one-toe stays in here. Beautiful. Yeah, there's the weighted kick. Sheikh's just patient, waiting for that pop-up, beats it, the sweeper. But Sophia, great cover defense. And then another beautifully weighted kick there. It looks like these men practice this all the time. Second nature. Great second try for South Africa.
Just space on either side of the field. They're able to find the rolling kick. And James Murphy scores his ninth try for his country. Working for a tech startup called Quench when he isn't playing rugby. Also for the non-profit, Protecting African Lions. Man, he went to a rival school where I grew up, Bishops. Again, it's an excellent restart kick. Oh, and it gives JC Pretorius a chance to leap up for this one. Straight away, the blitz box again. Branko de Pree showing all the skills after the restart. Jumps up to collect that pass. Van Wyk again floats down the touchline to Sheikh Soizwapi. That kick has got too much on it.
Out the back. Option 22.
You could see what he was trying to do. He was going to get pushed out of bounds, so just put the ball on his toe. Unfortunately, it just rolled into touch there.
Scrum option taken.
Yeah, you can see the Japanese defenders closing in on him. Doesn't want to get taken out. Just a little too much velocity behind his foot there. Causes that ball to go into the dead ball zone.
Sheikh Soizwapi played some Super Rugby with the Southern Kings.
Hold your weight,
and has
take
led
the hit.
this South
Hold
African
your
side
weight, take the hit.
for many years. Debuted in 2016.
Coach!
Only 4 sides before we reached LA had won the
Bind.
series. New Zealand 13 times, South Africa, Fiji 4 times apiece, and Samoa once.
Set!
Back in 09,
Stay behind, stay behind.
2010 era. Japan. Fukushi beats one. Lovely ball back on the inside. There's space where they wing 3/4. Noguchi looking to absorb a couple is Yoshihiro Noguchi to the halfway line. It's a good shape on attack as they step here through Shotaro Soka. But Blitzbox get their hands dirty and take possession. Murphy's there, but a space for him to operate. And JC Pretorius cuts in once, and Pretorius needs no other invitation. He's on the list, and he's invited to another 5.
Yeah, we've seen it all year from this man, JC Pretorius, slicing and dicing through defenses, scoring tries, but it all came from their defense. Japan got a little bit isolated on the step back. Great shot there, body control, getting his hands underneath the ball, ripping it to his chest, winning possession for his team. And then JC Pretorius, you give this man an edge and he'll step back and burn you.
An excellent score for Pretorius and South Africa. Flags go up as well. It's a halftime score where South Africa lead 19-0 in the 13th place game here against Japan. The blitz box, very powerful in the opening 7 minutes, as you would expect. Ranked number 1 on the series. You never thought they'd be playing here for 13th place, but that is the nature of the game.
Yeah, they had some struggles on day 1, found themselves on day 2. Didn't really perform well against Wales, but they've come back strong here in their last 2 matches. Really want to finish this tournament out for Neil Powell on the right foot, heading into Cape Town in 2 weeks' time. The Japanese, as you can see, have had loads of possession, lots of offloads. When they get a little bit isolated, it's when the blitz box strike. Second half, they're going to want to make sure that they have support quickly or make sure that they don't die with the ball on the ground.
In the Golden State, 840 miles of coastline. Hollywood just around the corner as well. Walk of the Stars, 2,600 stars on the ground. And a few more featuring this weekend, of course, in the game of 7s. The ball's knocked down here, and Saku Makato tries to get it. Soka piles in, knock on first.
Yeah, you can see what Japan wants to do. They want to kick a high restart, push that South African pod back. Just unfortunate, just got a finger on it that went forward. South Africa like to slow the game down, make their plan and go execute it.
Coach! Keep on low, keep on
Cup
low.
finalists will happen later in our Super Session. Fiji
Bind.
beating New Zealand for the title. Australia, Samoa
Set.
for bronze. Of course, series on the line. South Africa still have an outside chance of winning it. Branko de Pree picks up and goes himself. Gets rid of one customer. Murphy on the front foot for the blitz box. Makata in there as well. Kick over the top from Sean Williams, chasing his own kick, but it's going to be one here by Noguchi. Looking for more Japanese jerseys that he could switch with, and there's one of them. They've linked up beautifully. Kano. Now they get on the outside. Fukushi. Fukushi's a real handful. Branko de Pree equal to the task. The ball's kicked back to Nakagawa. Couple of good steps from him off the right foot. Still 19-0, but Japan have momentum here at the halfway line. Noguchi gets rid of Branko de Pree this time as Angelo Davids tackles him. Much better looking Japanese side who beat Spain yesterday 33 points to nothing, and then Canada today. Fiti Sofia was certainly a big part of that. Good width as they look to stretch South Africa. Wide ball from Yoshiyuki Koga. Fukushi, the one-handed offload to Koga now. He's run down JC Paturis' channel.
Tackle has to release. He has to release.
But another quick tap catching South Africa, not 10. Noguchi, very lively. Ryota Kano. Great fitness and stamina here from Shotaro. Zoka tries to get the pass away.
So unfortunate for the Japanese there. Put together such great phases of attack, stepping inside and out, keeping the ball alive, asking questions of the South African defense. Created a great opportunity on the edge there. Great kick out to 2v1. Just the ball just happened to go forward. It's one thing about these blitzball, they're never out of it. They're always scrambling, always fighting for each other.
Yeah, South Africa started the season superbly, setting a record for South Africa. They won 6 consecutive rounds. The end of last year and beginning of this one.
Let's get set over here,
New
guys.
Zealand lead though. South Africa 36-game win streak ended in Singapore.
Yeah, it's your ball. Yeah.
South Africa champions in the series when Neil Powell played in 2009 and then back-to-back in 2017,
Time's
2018 and recently in 2021. They're always thereabouts, runners-up 7 times.
Bind.
Where Japan
Set.
have just been on a core team, reinstated in 2022. They'll be here again next year. Sean Williams goes around the fringes, finds Miller du Plessis, been used a lot off the bench because he can come on and create something. Good support lines again. Du Plessis there, throws one dummy and a couple of good steps. Blitz box with Oosthuizen. Across to Saku Makata. Finally brought down to the ground. Pretorius goes in at half. Japan counter ruck. Great bit of work doing this against the blitz box, which is normally a hallmark of their game. Japan looking at street through here. Taichi Yoshizawa though, who rolls twice.
Double roll.
Yeah, fortunate for Japan there. Went for the double roll, trying to give his support player an extra second, knowing that some blitz box defenders were going to come for that ball.
Let's go now. Make a decision.
South Africa will take an attacking line on. It's a good kick.
Yeah, one of the hallmarks of South Africa's
Time's
attack
off.
is
Substitution.
their different combination of moves off their set piece, platforms, line out being one of them. One thing they always pride themselves is their game management,
Time is off.
understanding
Are we good?
how much time is left on the clock, what's going to be needed to secure the victory.
Time's back on. Defend.
Here comes Sean Williams, man who hails from Rustenburg, play with the Golden Lions in South Africa. Oosthuizen, the lawyer. Good take. Du Plessis looking to stretch to Shilton van Wyk. Such an elusive player. Finally brought down inside the 22. Angelo Davids. So he scored one try this weekend, believe it or not. Taps to Oosthuizen. Going for the line. You're not going to stop the big frame of Ryan Oosthuizen. And South Africa extend their lead.
Great change of tempo by Oosthuizen there. Japan a little bit unlucky getting their tackler stuck in the breakdown. Therefore, South Africa could play up tempo, and a big hard run from the big man Oosthuizen. Always making sure they try and put the ball in the middle, make it easier on their kickers.
Kick goes over, 26 points to nothing. Next time we see big Ryan Oosthuizen and the Blitzboks after this match will be in Cape Town as hosts, September 9th to the 11th. Check out the Rugby World Cup 7's website for more information as well. Get your tickets. I'll see you there. My hometown. Welcome the world. 50,000 expected each day. A 3-day tournament featuring 40 teams. The best women and men from around the planet will descend upon the beaches of South Africa. Oosthuizen. Everybody misses that.
Yeah, nobody touched it. Japan, yeah. Here, stop here. Come back, come here. Open.
Japan want to end this tournament on a good note. Currently don't have any points in this game. Plenty of time left on the clock to erase that goose
guys,
egg.
Let's go. Come in.
Yeah, good win yesterday. Scored 5 tries against Spain. Beat Canada earlier today, 26-19. They go short here. Noguchi brought a lot of energy since being on the park here. So has Moeki Fukushi, who beats one. Supports his teammates on that far side for Japan. Noguchi, lovely ball on the inside. Lachinara Soijima, the 37-year-old, one-handed flick on the inside. Yoshizawa is there. Almost brilliant.
The touch was forward, and then bounce forward.
The Japanese asking questions of the South African defense. Really good from Soijima here. Great little line break. Little basketball pass over the top. Tried to have a little tip as he was going to get nailed. But unfortunately, the ball rolled forward.
At another time. I see Cisco Lopez there in picture, the referee. Well, not only is this game beautiful for the players coming through, but a young American referee who's come through the ranks. Cisco Lopez, now one of the best in the world.
Set.
Rugby rising in America, hosting Rugby World Cup 2031 and 2033 as well as the Olympic Games here in LA in 2028. And South Africa put this one out, and that's the full-time whistle. South Africa finish on a win in their final match here of the 2022 HSBC World Rugby 7 Series. They'll have to wait to see the results of the other games to see if the series is theirs or not. They beat Japan 26 points to 0.
I think he might just want to show you the other
Mina Du Plessis